Our audience also enjoys local, national and international news. With Mercy Media, your business is already a success. Mercy TV, broadcasting live from our studios in Freetown. Our broadcast stretches across the Mano River Union and surrounding areas with unique quality and uplifting programs of hope, faith and love. Our strong emphasis are on home content, educational and inspirational dramas and more. We broadcast the gospel with signs and wonders, reflecting the will of God daily. Our audience also enjoys local, national and international news. With Mercy Media, your business is already a success.
Viewers, hello and welcome to the first edition of Sports Hour inside the year 2023. Remember the last time we will go discuss about the challenges then the things that the good things that we have from the Sierra Leone Premier League and the football body as a whole. And inside the new year we're going to look at things them where we see first of all how for push Sierra Leone football go be a full, and also things they will need for work on for see a better Leon Star team. And today in the studio we get somebody, a very important guest named Mr. Abubakar Bangura from the Premier League board. But before I go introduce my guest, I go to introduce my co-host Martin and Mrs.
Good afternoon again and welcome to Mercy TV Sports Hour.
And before we go count the guest on, I will have to go for a very short break and we'll come go introduce the guest.
People are using Rokel SIM Copper Plus in their everyday lives. Did you hear that? She just transferred money for her daughter's school fees. And this man just paid for some products. Ah, Mr. Abu, are you sending money to your wife again?
Yes, like Rokel SIM Copper.
Ah.
Yes, like having money in my pocket.
Ah, excellent.
Thank you.
He just bought some eggs. The world is digital, so keep up with the times. Have you got a payment to make? If so, just download Rokel SIM Copper Plus now. You can download the Rokel SIM Copper Plus app from Apple iStore and iPad or Google Play Store for Android users. You see, it's fast, safe and reliable.
Fabulous, as I said before we go for break, we get to the studio Mr. Abubakar Bangura. We can discuss a lot of things we'll get for look at now the Premier League body as a whole and also the national team. And as the new year just starts, and we'll get to see how best to do for help for improve football in Sierra Leone. And with me at the studio, Mr. Abubakar, welcome to Mercy Television Sports Hour.
Good evening. All over the world. Mr. Abubakar Bangura, a member of the Premier League board.
Okay. Well, Mr. Abubakar, as a whole, what you go look at the good things that will happen now the national team, this national team, never started with the national team. What are the good things that we feel say happen in terms of football in the Sierra Leone?
Well, we have to thank God for the national team. The team qualified for Go Nations Cup, and we go there, we represent itself well. The team play. We not succeed for go beyond the first stage, but we will draw with powerhouses in Africa like Algeria. We draw with Ivory Coast in a dramatic fashion, and we've been just a penalty away from qualifying to the next round. So that's now one good thing, and after that the national team and even the other levels of the team that are involved in a lot of competitions and a lot of matches across the continent, which are also a good thing for the national team because they give you opportunity for test yourself against other countries then.
Okay. Now go over to the Premier League. We don't talk about the good things. What about the Sierra Leone Premier League, the one we end before we start this new one? So what are the good things where you feel say happen and decide the way you feel like need for adjust?
The previous Premier League and last year, and Bo Rangers emerged as winners. Then Musa Tumbo emerged as the highest goal scorer with the highest number of goals ever. That league they've been very competitive, but like it sets a stage for this particular league we don't start so, because initially people they not be they invest too much into football, but because of the manner in which that particular league they end, it make a lot of people then decide say, hey, if Bo Rangers can do it, then we also can do it. So like for this particular year, we don't see a lot of investment into football. So one of the good things and they will go talk about the conclusion of that one and the start of this one.
Talking about investment, so and you go for for share with family or they are waiting at the investment and waiting at the things that will happen at this new Premier League.
Well, like one thing, like some of the good things that we see like happen is St. Edwards are like one team we get some sponsorship. Diamond Stars also you find out say then get a new sponsorship, and we also notice Lions decide for Lee's Trade Center and why established it as playing grounds because of the repairs of the stadium. We also notice Angola Town where na FC Calon the pitch, then they can try in their own best way for make them playable and for let the fans then get convenient place for Sidon. Of course, in Bo we get the Southern Arena where NSFD into an advanced stage of completion. Then we find out say even Slaffa don't they echo now we say then they try for put artificial turf now a couple of stadiums them of pitches there across the country so that the playing environment inside the player they go play will improve more than waiting with the see now.
Yeah, before we co-host the kinds, I want to ask this question. This is not a question we don't debate on for a very long time now. As the Premier League body, what are the things the way put in place for make teams then qualify for play? Even if you qualify in from the pitch of play, but I think so we don't forget criteria and laws that would they put in place. So well, if you not get this, you not get this. If you not get up to this standard, then you are not qualified to play in the Premier League.
Well, CAF and FIFA then get them standards then we then set. What are the minimum standards then? We clubs them for acquire before they're able to compete in competitions. One is then forget junior team, 2 then forget female team, 3 another one is then forget a playing pitch. But because football investment is very very low na salon, if we enforce all the laws then we go find out there are very very few teams who go ever able to tick all them boxes then so like waiting like we decide for do now for look at the bare minimum what teams then go able get and compete and hope say as time they progress, as more people they see investment into football as something viable, then we will enforce the laws then but like if we say for instance now every team forget a female team, those people have to be paid. If we say every team forget a junior team, those people will have to be paid, and the clubs are not generating that kind of money for them for able like sustain them one and day. So like what thing we do for this particular board this year, we allow teams then for register 40 players each, on the understanding that if at all you get young players then young aspiring players then you will able to register them among them and possibly give them playing time so that the team not go just be for the matured people them, we will also able cater like for the young one them we get prospect for play tomorrow.
Okay, of course. And I don't know if you get anything for us. I got so many questions for us.
Well, I believe for the Premier League board been done being constituted when I get host of other people with the parts of the board, and there was a time when the Premier League board issue out the press release as this Premier League for not started very long ago because of funding or 1 or 2 things in the council. There was a form when I pulled out with regards to accreditation for sport journalists then as a consequence for apply. And most of other colleagues sport journalists then, even we, Mass Television, who don't follow any reports on sports for a very long while, we write the application to the Premier League board to send all the information. It's very unfortunate, not only we, because other journalists also they cry for so they don't get accreditation. And it's very frustrating because some of we are doing this job, we're not earning anything, we just want to promote the game. How far when I was for say like when I able to open up the game and attend to journalists and in as much as and then they propagate the message of the Sierra Premier League board, which one I don't do is there any criteria when them criteria they don't meet? What's happened that most of them journalists and enable get any accreditation from the board?
Well, I will start maybe for apologize to the journalists then we don't fall into that category of people then we maybe one reason or another we're not going to able to give them the accreditation yet. What thing can happen when we open the space for the accreditation of media houses, of sports journalists, of media writers, we receive several applications. We receive a huge amount of applications. And if we been say we give accreditation to all without maybe having a conversation with the journalists then, if we don't create some kind of a challenge in the sense, if you go get 400 people applying for become sports journalists, then you allow all those 400 people into matches without them paying. Some of them with tight venues and they go don't full up with sport journalists then.
Yeah.
So like that one was like a challenge. So waiting the head of the media being do, it been decide for take like from the southern region because matches then therefore play it. From the eastern region because matches then therefore play it. From the northwest because matches then therefore play it. Then from the north and some people in the western area. But what thing that we don't plan for do going forward is we go for review them people and they will apply and look at the importance or the value where this set of people will come with to the league, and definitely we will go for give them accreditation. Do you have for that one day and they ask for pardon because of what thing may happen, but now like that now be the challenge will be faced.
Yeah, I think you don't have to answer the question for us because if you look at if you get 400 people that we are applied, then you go look at say well you get majority the way I would say you get major stations the way you get for say there's no way the Premier League or the Premier League board will do it without the people
stations.
So instead of you give accreditation to all these people, then you look at the major stations there so try to give them the accreditation. So I know say if you decide for give them people and they at least they now will reach 200 if I can say. Because if you take two to one station, then they get you station there. At least you don't forget the people that we want for able for spread the news out.
Yeah, like honestly, like to we, it's a good thing that media houses them they come up because what we want to do, we theme for this year's competition now football for peace and national cohesion. If we get media houses then we go help you propagate that one day. It's an advantage to us because if the sports sell, if we get a lot of fans going to matches, if we get a lot of families going to matches, teams then will make more money. And if teams then make more money, the players then will benefit more. Because imagine the burden where club owners then get right now for pay 40 people then sometimes from with 12 or 13 staff for the next 6 months. It's really a challenge. So if at all the media they willing for coming at that one, I think we for receive them thing and they with both hands and let enhance the game for the good of all.
Exactly, because you need the local media for you to become great. Now only the media can sell you out. But me believe for say the best way the Premier League board members of don't ask for an interview. Like because there was enough time for the first press season have been put. If them people don't call, especially the one they free to journalists, they're gonna call them for interview. By that, you get able to ascertain the right ones, the people who they do the job. Because when you interview the person one-on-one, you go able to know for say yes, this person is doing the job. Rather than you sitting down and request for these applications, just go through them. There are some people who don't even give you clear evidence. There are some journalists we have now, they just have the name of their sport journalists, but some of them are not active. But because of some of them they face na pass in certain institutions. We can't like we don't come up for a very long while. We see how far we set the help for propaganda game. It happened with me when Lions play against was it Diamond Stars at the Trade Center. I left all the way here, went over there. I was rejected. And can you imagine one of the things where the guy told me that we're not invited to now? I said, even when I pulled me journalist ID card, I said, look at my ID card. I'm a journalist. He said, no, you're not invited.
No.
So I just have to move back. I called my boss. I said, I'm going to give them this Lions say match blackout. Because they don't even need us. Because that what I told him, because I was annoyed, to be honest. Because we are doing a selfless job, trying to help these people, they don't even know. So maybe if the next time when I call them people, they have one-on-one on interview, you be able to ascertain and know the right people and know they do the job. You don't feel to say that could be the best step for
yeah, thank you very much. You know, like as I say, we apologize for some of the unfortunate things there will happen along the way, and we go perfect them as we go along. We'll go for look at the people that will be apply, like and look at them on merit or something, the value of waiting and they do. You understand? And we will definitely revert back to them people and the way we don't face them similar situations and we able all come together and promote the sport. Do ya? I apologize on behalf of Eastern Lions when I not give them news blackout because they get a very exciting team and then they right up there in the competition. So if I get a news blackout now, the man really third in the league now he could not get a news blackout and go organ well. We know say some of them things there and challenges them we go cross. We apologize as a board for them particular mishaps then they will happen.
Okay, as a board, because this the answer so many times and I'm glad you didn't answer today for answer this question. So because I can always say I will let for talking stock until I see where the way it will happen. Now you make a mention about see them clubs that's gonna get money for support them players there as well. So you for me I take a chance because certain clubs maybe where so when one great person own the club or they get a small body we own the club, so they find that difficult to run this club here as well. So for me, why not take this club to the community level instead of somebody just get on your own that private base way we are in the for struggle, because if you look at the likes of Madrid, Liverpool, Manchester, they want a community teams there. So the communities have the help for support and teams there. So now you get teams away they say me and you say private people they own the club. That like a ball again just now you know a committee when you go na ball you know say na ball both cities they always support the ball just then you get like the Eastern Lions where we know say that the Eastern part and this. So but I guess many teams there way they need for work on for take out to the committee what you can say about that?
Now something where we dey try to encourage clubs and let them open up the space. Or something we're not able to impose. Because club ownership na business. And if somebody decides say I want to run my business, me one. Like how Leicester City been there, somebody didn't get them. Like how Man City they they get the Man City name, but the ownership na Arab man them.
Yes.
Like how the Glazers them now they own Man United, for example, when they are the majority shareholder them. The only thing we can encourage clubs them now for let them open space, for let them encourage investment.
Okay.
Because if you open space, then you get investment, then you go able to expand on your facilities then. You go able to expand on your player purchasing power. You go able to do a lot of other things. But as a board, I don't think say we will able to stop somebody from remaining a sole owner of a club if he so choose. The only thing maybe we can able to do now for make like clubs and comply with the licensing laws, and that's safe again for left with SLAFA, because we were just appointed as a board under SLAFA.
Okay.
So like that big decision they now SLAFA go get for taker.
Yeah, I understand. Because when you look at now just in our ball Rangers all the one they now body decides that they give 5,000 to the club every month as a membership or whatever. So you go find out say for the year then you get a lot of money.
True.
So now the same go now FC Calon, the one they already support if from that part they only give they say 5,000 every month. Then you look at the end of the day, a very big huge amount of money there. Okay. So if then they get that kind of thinking and they are thinking them will get enough funds at the end of the day for CRBs they go for take care of the players them and all the things them at the club. So now don't forget about those things then. Beside them parts and there are other challenges that we are mostly the Premier League body they face, because there is no way, even if you talk about all the success the way Odadam gets throughout the year, one or two things that we actually challenges them. So you go for share them with Sweet,
Well, like what thing we do when we come in as a board,
Yes.
we do a SWOT analysis on the league and look at the challenges them, and look at the strength, look at the weaknesses them, and look at the opportunities and look at the threats. And some of the challenges then we face now the pitch conditions then. You find out say across the entire Freetown city, most of the pitch conditions that we available right now for play, none of them no get grass, or none of them no get artificial turf. So like that they affect the output of the players then. I remember I talked with one group in media people then. They say because of the pitch conditions then they're not going to show Premier League games then. And say because anytime they show them games and they other nations and they ask them say now on them kind of pitch there they still play football. That's one challenge. The other challenge again is we constrained by funding. You know, the league for let go on, government don't play in part. Government don't give you some substantial money, about 2.4 millions. But if you take like how much we pull from down there and give the team there as seed money, now small don't left. Now we get another critical component of the competition when are the match officials then. You know they officiate the matches then. The thing where we put in there for them is very, 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 very small. You know, especially for officials when they travel. It's very, very small. So like if you ask the other challenge what they face, now like in the area of funding for like carry out some of them particular things, and they were very critical on the outcome of matches.
Okay. So how also would I say cope with the female Premier League there, and then also the male Premier League there? We don't talk about the venue, but how would I say cope when the two leagues then go together?
We don't get to fixtures them, and how it only happen most of the time the fixtures then on now on one or two occasions then we don't get the clash of fixtures then, because now then we don't start the league force. Yeah. If I'm made to understand, the league now one round single forget. Okay. Yes. So I think the league don't come to a conclusion.
Okay. Well, now as a board, like security, I want